It's cold, baby. What's up, baby? What's going on? Truck broke down out of town. The what you call it? The AC clutch. It broke off, and then it went into the radiator. It broke the radiator. The fucking the coolant reservoir busted. I'm screwed. I'm pretty screwed. But look, like I said in the video, no matter what happens, God is always good because I was a mile when that shit started busting and all the smoke started coming. I just swerved it, took the exit, boom, and I passed up the loves. The damn AC compressor broke off, broke the damn whatchamacallit. The AC compressor broke off, went into the radiator, busted the radiator, and then and busted the what you call it? The coolant reservoir. So all that got busted up. The AC came out, busted the radiator and the coolant reservoir. So I'm pretty screwed. But shout out to PNS. PNS. Look, you know what I like about PNS? If it was now shout out to Swift. I ain't saying Swift a bad company, but with Swift, them motherfuckers, it's like they be negotiating. Oh, plus on top of that, I got two brand new motherfucking tires. So I did all these birds in one stone. They ordered the parts, they got the parts in. Hopefully I should be out sometime tonight. But with PNS, man, you just come here, let them know what's up. They order the parts. That's it. No negotiating. None of that going back and forward. Trying to decipher. Oh, send pictures. And I don't want to talk bad about Swift because to anybody that's watching this that's trying to go to Swift, I recommend you go there and get on a dedicated account. I was on a Georgia Pacific account. That was a good account. You get 55 cents a mile, and if you train, you run teams.
You do dropping hooks all day from Muskogee, Oklahoma. You can run from Muskogee, Oklahoma, all the way down to Jacksonville, Florida. And if you get you a good student, you can run that back and forth. Plus, you get $100 a week bonus. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking bad about Swift. I ain't trying to discourage nobody. Uh, even with, hold on. Even with QC, I just didn't like the fact that my manager and plus, I think the manager, she didn't know what she was doing. I think the manager was the terminal manager. That was his little side piece of something because she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. And if you doing tanker and you got a manager that don't know what she's doing, if you tell me to go pick up a load of this chemical and you don't know what this chemical is, you supposed to be able to say, look, you're going to pick this chemical up, bloom, blah, 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 blase, blah, blase, blah. Make sure you know what I'm saying? She ain't no shit. And then on top of that, I had picked up a preloaded trailer from out of Kingsport, Tennessee that was going to Austin. It was a kosher load, a Jewish load, which means not only do you need the bill of lading, but you need a certified letter from a rabbi that certified that that load is kosher, that I guess that he prayed over the load. You know what I'm saying? So she ain't tell me that. She ain't know a motherfucking thing. Then on top of that, she tried to get me to after the load got canceled and all that. I'm like, look, that's y'all fault. I'm going to my daughter's graduation. Y'all dropped the ball. So make a long story short, I said, y'all gotta come get y'all truck from New Orleans. You heard me? Y'all come and get this truck from New Orleans. Man, I'm going to my daughter's graduation. Ain't nothing beating that. Y'all dropped the ball. See what I'm saying? What's up, Hunter? Look, 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 look. I'm about to do one of my raps when I used to rap. Listen. You know what rap stand for? Rhythm and poetry. My raps run laps. My lyrics exhaust. You know what rap stand for? Rhythm and poetry. My raps run laps. My lyrics exhausted. Hip hop not dead. It's a lifestyle. I'm from the poverty where you get found X Files, Killer Season, first episode on X Files. I'm trying to avoid that like a poet or police and who see the brutality or just me. We'll see because we'll saw. They chopped him up like they had a saw. I mean, shot him up like a heroin addiction. It was so real. I wish it was fiction, but I'm the truth in this booth. So son, just listen. I need room in the booth like mama in the kitchen. I'm Picasso cooking, and it's all for the streets. You starve, you eat. You eat, you starve. And if you pick eat, you better reach for the stars. We got niggas that starve, and they'll eat your plate. They'll eat it all like lobsters and steak. Hip, you know what rap stand for? Rhythm and poetry. My raps run laps. My lyrics exhausted. You know what rap stand for? Rhythm and poetry. Whew, shit. What's up, brother? What's up, Hunter? What's up, Dwayne? What's up, Zodiac Killer? How y'all doing tonight? Y'all making out all right? Y'all broke down like me? No. What's up? What's up, NFL? What's up, Tommy? Zodiac Killer, Killer, Killer. One thing about a truck driver, You gotta have a great relationship. If you want to do trucking, the number one thing as a truck driver is you gotta have a great relationship with God. And God, he makes sure that I stay laced up with some good stogies. I got a cruise. But listen, uh, regardless of what happens in life, man, do what you want to do. Trucking has allowed me to uh, do isolation is good. It gives you time to think about everything and to plan out what you want to do in life, and then to help others. My birthday is coming up, and people ask me, "Hey, what you want for your birthday?" I just want my family to be straight. I want to go fishing. That's all I want to do in life, man. I just want to be fishing and take care of my family. That's it, bro. Everything else is obsolete. You know what I mean? You are a driver, my boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't mean to get too sentimental on y'all. Cause I saw soon I start talking like that, everybody start leaving. Everybody start packing their bags. Everybody start packing their bags and leave. I am screwed. I am one screwed young man. The damn the AC compressor, it broke off, went into the radiator, the smoke started going everywhere. Good thing I was on 20 West, a mile away. All I had to do was make a U-turn. It's so funny how shit happen. I'm telling you, bro, life is a book. It's already written. We lost one of our brothers. Rest in peace to J, JBG Travels. I'm gonna look him up, man. Rest in peace to our brother, man. I'm gonna look him up, man. God bless him. How did he pass? Well, he had medical issues. Just imagine if that would have happened. I'm so glad it happened where it happened at, so I could come to this goddamn love. So I ain't had to get told and all that. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you know that ride. Y'all ever got told? Y'all know that ride with the tow truck driver? That'd be an awkward fucking ride. That'd be an awkward fucking ride, dog. Why the tow truck driver? They always like fucking Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger or some shit. I remember one time I got told, dog, I swear to God, dog, I swear, this man had just come from killing somebody. He had blood all on him. What's them, Martinez? What's up, Martinez? Yeah, dog, them tow truck drivers, them motherfuckers be mad and they don't speak, dog. That was an awkward fucking ride, bro. That dude wouldn't say, he ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't said it was an awkward fucking ride. I couldn't wait to get out that tow truck. Truck drivers, yeah. But man, shout out to PNS, bro. They got all my man. I'm so happy, bro. I'm just so grateful for God, bro, because they ordered all the goddamn parts. PNS ain't give me no problems or nothing, bro. They went and got all the shit. He said, I rode with a record for 4 hours. His kids was in the sleep. Oh my God. Oh, I know that was an awkward ride. I rode with one, and that boy didn't speak to me. It was awkward. He didn't speak to me. It was like an awkward fucking ride. I don't know. I think he was prejudiced or some shit. Yeah, man, but I'm just chilling. God is good. I got me a Stogie until they fix that. They got to put a radiator on. They got to put the uh, radiator. They got to put a new coolant reservoir on. Plus, they got to put a radiator, coolant reservoir, and an AC compressor. And plus, I got the two new tires. So, everything happens for a reason. I'm telling you, man, in the book of life, everything is already written. You know what I'm saying? You just got to laugh it off, bro. laugh it off, and just get through it. You know what I'm saying? You can't have the sunny days without the rainy days. You know what I'm saying? You know, and life is just they gonna let you in a sleeper while they work on it. Not they said they're working on it right now. It should be almost finished. Where you headed, fam? I'm headed to West Wego, Louisiana. You know, dude, you should know about it. I do the same fucking videos every week. I pick the load up out of Savannah, Georgia, going to New Orleans. You know, when I come to Georgia, I got that load. I picked the load up and I dropped that load off in Georgia. I picked the load up in Houston, dropped it off in Georgia. You know I go get the preloaded trailer from out of Savannah. I do that every week, you know. So that's why I guess I gotta get creative and start making. That's why I be making them short videos because I make the same damn thing, and that's what I love about PNS. And I think all companies should adapt to this model. All drivers should be able to pick where they want to go. You shouldn't be forced to go anywhere. For example, I was offered a load coming out of Houston that was paying it was a good load. It was paying 4,500 going up to Virginia. But I turned that down. I don't want to go to no motherfucking Virginia. I don't give a fuck how much that money. That bitch could be paying $1 million. I'm not going to Virginia. I ain't that desperate. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing about, driving trucks, just keeping your overhead low, bro. And it helps if you have a two-person household and y'all both working. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't that goddamn desperate. You know what I'm saying? I could swing these little loads, you dig? And I got one. I'm gonna take that down to West Wego, and from West Wego, I picked that. I could pick something up out of West Wego going to Houston. Boom for the official triangle offense. You see what I'm saying? You see the play that I'm running? Never seen you before, brother man. I'm a Westerner driver. Oh, you work for Western Express? Nah, I just drive on the west side. Oh, dude, God bless you, bro. I can't do the West Coast. It's just something about the West Coast. When I get to the West Coast, them mountains and like especially let me tell you something. One time I was going through, I was taking that load up to Seattle, and I decided to go through uh Monticello, Utah. I never go through Monticello, Utah again. It's one of those roads, it's one road and it's a fucking scam. They got a scale house and every truck have to go through that scale house. And so they pulled me in, inspecting my truck. That's when I was working for Warren. And them motherfuckers found a bunch of shit. So they said I couldn't leave. They put me out of service. The dude put me out of service. And he had on a Jesus cross. He was full of shit though. And guess who came to fix my truck? His brother. They running a scam operation up there, pulling people over, and then he called his brother to come fix the fucking truck, keep the money in the family. Monticello, Utah, and you gotta go through that scale. Every truck gotta go through that goddamn scale going through that small ass town. Yeah, they played on me, bro. And then they seen I was from New Orleans. Boy, that man pulled the cash register, a calculator out of his back pocket, and I think they hit me for like $800. Them riding motherfuckers was saying I had air leaks and all this stupid ass shit. Then he was crawling under the truck. They was doing all type of shit, but they making money. That's what I got to get into. I got to move to a small town, get a job at a scale house, and then let my brother-in-law come fix the truck, and we split the money. That's what I need to get into. I'm done with old Tiara for that reason, bro. Too much bullshit. Yeah, dude. And then this how I found out. They was talking. Then he said something. He said, man, this how I found out. He said, yeah, mama called you or some shit like that. And I was like, mama called you. So this motherfucker called his brother to come fix my. Cause, and then it's a small town. It is what it is, bro. What we gonna do about it? I had to pay $800. They got me out of $800, and that when I was leasing that truck with Warren. So you know how that do. I only got one ticket up in Idaho. Overweight cost me $72. Oh, you was lucky. You was lucky. Oh, in Colorado, them some rat motherfuckers too. And see all that little West Coast over there, you gotta put chains on. Man, I'm never going through that bullshit. A couple weeks ago, they offered me a load. My manager offered me a load going to Seattle. Was from Houston. It was $5,400. I'm not going. It's just some place I'm just not going, bro. Like I'm at a point in my life in my trucking career to where I just want to run in the southern region, do it like that. I like this little routine I'm running. Houston, Houston, going to Georgia or Alabama or Mississippi. Then I get something in that area. Boom. Like what I do, I went Houston, Lithonia, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, and back down to West Wego, Louisiana. And I'm gonna get something out west of Louisiana. They got that at sheetrock. Take that sheetrock to Houston for the official. That's my official run right there. Colorado gets nasty, bro. I truck in Canada for 2 years. Ice road. Oh my God. God bless your heart. You're a real truck driver. And I'm a truck driver, and I give you your props. I take my hat off to you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's some, you know, it's just, man. And I want to speak on this about, when I was with Warren, and a lot of people think them RNG, they're going to get a RGN trailer, and they're going to be making a whole. But the thing is, with that RGN trailer, you're going to be deadheading damn near 800 to 1,200 miles to go pick up a damn load. And so it really, you know, it evens out because you're doing a whole lot of deadhead with that RGN trailer. You see what I'm saying? So it all evens the motherfuck out, bro. You get that RGN, man. I had to and that's the thing with Warren. You can get an RGN trailer and you can get those good loads, but man, you deadhead 800 miles, 1,000 miles to go pick up a damn load. I'm gonna give y'all an example. One guy I ran into in Kentucky, we was both picking up a load in Kentucky. He dropped a load off in California and deadhead back to Kentucky with an RGN trailer. He took a load from, I believe, right there in the Midwest, took it to California and deadhead all the way back. So that just to give you an example of how I think they almost finished with my truck. Damn, bro, how many miles is that? I don't know, but it was a lot. But I went to California one time, and the guy told me, the old timer guy, he said, bro, whatever the first load they offer you, take it. So I went to California, and the first load they gave me was a load going to Colorado. So I took it. It was a load going to Colorado, but he told me take it because you're gonna get stuck in California. He said he was being picky and waiting for a load. He turned the load down, which they all gonna be shitty loads, so you might as well take the first load. So he ended up spending 3 days in California and ended up still taking a shitty load, waiting on a good load to come out of California. So just take the first thing you could get, bro, just to get out of that area. You know what I mean? And it usually pay for your fuel, so you ain't got to come out of pocket. Hell nah, you won't catch me driving in California. Yeah, but you say you're a West Coast driver though, huh? What part of what part of West Coast you in? Every state except California hauling doubles. Dog, you know what I noticed when I was on the West Coast? Them dudes do triples. You know what I'm saying? Like them UPS and them, FedEx on the West Coast. I was like, damn. Them boys got 3 trailers, like them UPS drivers and them FedEx. Them dudes don't do that. They be having triples, 3 trailers. Yeah, they got them long shit, bro. My rig was 92 foot long, hauling bulk powder and shit. Oh, you own operator car? Oh, you own operator then, huh? Man, what's up, Grimpy? Man, I got the day one right there, Grumpy. Damn, nigga, every truck you get, drive blow up. Yeah, that bitch right. That bitch blow up. But they get me right though, bro. They get me right. Everything came through straight. Everything came back right. They got everything. They'd order all the parts. All the parts came in. Uh, we in Georgia, so the parts came in about 2 hours. It took about 2 hours to get everything. So let's count our blessings. Just a company man. I'm glad you good, bro. Glad for a lot. I'm taking my reset thing back at it Saturday. Damn, you take a reset on what the day on a Wednesday? Damn, you take a long break. You got barbecue. Man, you ain't how the weather is over there, Grumpy. I had a load, I had a good load coming out of Houston that was going that way, some power plants. But I try to stay away from those power plants. But it was a good load going to it was going to North Carolina. But I know in North Carolina they got a lot of snow over there on the ground, huh? North Carolina and South Carolina got a lot of snow on the ground. What's the weather report is, Grumpy? Do a quick weather report for me. Yes. See, it's all melted now. LOL. Rained all day long. Respect, respect to y'all OTR fellas. I'ma log off. Man, be cool, bro. God bless you, David. Be cool, bro. See you next live. Watch out for the. You pulling my leg. Ain't nobody behind me, man. I was looking at the Love's trucks. They got cameras in them. They put cameras in all company vehicles, bro. That's like some like they gotta watch every motherfucking thing, bro. Every company, all these companies putting cameras in it. They got a camera, a outward facing camera. You see Ice Cube looking at his movie. No, Big Mike, man, you're a fool. Laugh out of you, black. I look like Ice Cube. That's crazy, dog. You know I don't look like Ice Cube, bro. Where you from? You want people think all black people look alike. Ice Cube is is light. I'm dark. Mike, this out client. Yeah, so look, let me tell you, Mike, check this out. So a couple last week, I think when I was in Birmingham, I was in Birmingham a couple days ago, right? I was in Birmingham and they asked me that I want to lease the truck. And I made a split decision not to lease the truck. Now, if I would have leased this truck, I would have been in a hole for damn near $4,500. All that work cost about $4,500. And it's so funny. I'm so glad that I chose not to lease the damn truck. Because Mike, if I would have leased the damn truck, he said ATL here about to join the trucking team. Yeah, what's up, ATL, bro? And over here at PNS, I'm company. You get 27% if you company, but if you lease the truck, you could get 70% of the load. But you're responsible for all the breakdowns. For example, this all this repair is gonna come up to about $4,500. I got two brand new tires on there. The AC clutch broke off, broke into the radiator. So they putting a new AC clutch on, plus they putting a new radiator. And on top of that, it busted the coolant reservoir. So that's why I say, bro, like, I never lease a truck. I'm a state company. I'm building my business up. I'm gonna open me up. I'm gonna try to open up a barbecue restaurant uh, sometime this year. Try to stack my paper up, open up me a barbecue restaurant, Big Lawrence Barbecue. You see what I'm saying? And do it like that. Is Prime a good company to start with? Any company that hires you is a good company to start with. Now it's all about self-preservation. It's all about discipline, and it's all about financial literacy, and it's all about you. It's all about you, and you do what you need to do in order to build your business up, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like they were trying to. Yeah, I ain't gonna say, I ain't, know what it is. But they asked me that I wanted to lease the truck, but I, I made a split decision. I was about to do it, but then I said, nah, I don't want to do it because, don't get me wrong, uh, I had the truck for 6 months, and this is honestly the only problem. In 6 months, this is it. And it's all because of the clutch. The AC clutch came off. The AC clutch, it sits right in front of the radiator. So when it came off, it went into the radiator while I was spinning and busted that up. And then by the radiator spinning, it busted the cooling reservoir. The cooling reservoir sits on top of so it just busted everything up once that part. I don't know how it fell off. You know, I don't know how it fell off. I know like a couple of weeks ago, I had to take the truck into a Freightliner for the 300 miles, and it's supposed to did a service on it. So I'm wondering, did they forgot to screw the motherfucker on or something? I don't know, but it's just weird that it just fell off like that. Yeah, D. So my advice to you, because I started out with Prime, and so my thing is to you is have a 2 or 3 year plan or whatever you is and stick to your plan, because when you get out there, your first year is gonna be the hardest because your mind is gonna be wandering while you're driving. So you gotta stick to your plan and have your mind idle on your plan and be determined and dedicated and just be relentless out here, because only the strong survive out here. I trained for Swift, and trust me, I had a lot of students quit because they weren't strong, mentally strong out here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them want to get back to whatever relationship they was in. And let me tell you this story. I had one Cuban guy. I think he was from Cuba, Colombia, right? And I'm gonna tell you this story, right? He wanted to quit. Now, and I promise you, bro, I ain't telling you no lie. The dude wanted to quit. Check this out. and his girlfriend wanted to talk to me, right? So he gave me the phone, and I talked to her, and she said, "Please don't let him quit, because he came a long way." The kid was like 21 years old. You go look at my Swift videos. It's the Spanish guy, and he wanted to quit, right? And his girlfriend was saying, don't let him quit. You know what I mean? He came a long way, and because he had to learn English and everything when he came over here. But the guy ended up quitting in Dallas. You know, Swift have a terminal in the Dallas area, and the guy ended up quitting. And she was like, "Please don't let him quit." And I'm like, he a grown man. What the fuck I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? He wanted to quit. So, and that's the good thing about Swift. Every company not gonna do that. Like get you a Greyhound ticket because you quit. So Swift got him a Greyhound ticket. The guy ended up quitting. But his girlfriend told me, "Man, please don't let him quit." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "Dog, don't quit. Like, what you quitting for?" And he was like, "Oh, it just ain't for me." You know what I'm saying? But he was fussing in Spanish with his old lady or whatnot. But you got to be determined on what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's for you, it's for you. If a woman gonna be with you, she gonna be with you. But going home and babysit her is not gonna make her more attracted to you. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be relentless, and you gotta be the man, and you gotta formulate a plan, and you gotta be dedicated and committed to your plan. That's what women like. And I guarantee you that left a bad taste in her mouth when he fucking quit it. Because she working hard. She was going to school to be I think a nurse or something like that, and he quit it. So just imagine. I know that left a bad taste in her mouth. Motherfucking woman don't want you if you not determined. Women want men that are determined and that are go getters and that are eagles. You see what I'm saying? Woman, like you don't want to go babysit a woman, and you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. A woman, if she's for you, she's for you. She's gonna help you along the way, along your journey. You know what I'm saying? To financial freedom and to be able to leave generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? So if you running home to go babysit your woman, you don't want to live that life, man. If it's for you, it's for you. If a woman gonna be with you, she gonna be with you, and she gonna ride with you, and she gonna go along with your plan. So have a plan and be committed to it, and write it down. Take a picture, do something. But always have that in your head while you're driving, because it's gonna be many times you're gonna be driving, you're gonna be like, "Man, what the fuck I'm doing in my life? How did I end up in this truck driving cross country?" So you're gonna have those negative thoughts cross your mind, but you got to be determined, and you got to be relentless, and you got to have tunnel vision on your plan, because a lot of times we get dementia, uh, and we forget our plan. Um, so that's my advice to you. Have a plan, write it down, take a picture, and when you get in the truck, get you some sticky notes and put it on the windshield so you can remember your plan and you can see it. So when your mind starts to wander, look at your sticky notes. Say, "Oh, boom. In 6 months, I got to get the permits. I got to get my LLC. I got to get this to start my business." So be determined, and then you're gonna find a wife. Like God, he give you three good women in your life, and then the way the devil work is he gonna throw some bad bitches at you, but you got to turn the bad bitches down for a good woman, because they're gonna have a lot of women that you're gonna see that gonna be built like a brick house, but they ain't got no furniture up here. You want you a nice shotgun house. There's a little raggedy on the outside, but on the inside, that motherfucker look like a palace. It look like something out of one of the kings over in Africa. You want something like that because you can fix the outside up, but you can't fix the inside. So you want something, a little shotgun house, might got a few woods, a little woods falling off the side of the house, but you could fix that up. But the devil, he gonna bring a lot of brick houses around you and ain't got a motherfucking thing up here. And they gonna contest everything. You don't want a woman that gonna contest everything. If you write the plan down, she gonna go along with you, and she gonna implement things that and she gonna help you facilitate that and get to that level that you want to be on. So be determined, because a lot of students get out here and their mind starts to wander and they get off track with what they plan. They start fussing. And I'm telling you, listen, if you have to fuss with a woman while you're on the road, then let it go. Let it go. It's for you. It's for you. Look, this is what I'm trying to do so we can have a better life. This is the plan. And she going to say, okay, bet. But if she contests that, pull a plug, baby. Pull a motherfucking plug. Yeah, bro. But I started out with Prime. I had a I had a crazy trainer from Chicago. He was throwed all the way off. He was one of those trainers. And that's why I was such a, I learned from him and what his mistakes, and I just wanted to train. And it wasn't even about the money, because a lot of students, I could have made all the students team drive, but it wasn't even about the money because I live, frugal. I don't have all those damn bills. And that's another thing. Don't get so many bills. Keep it simple. Keep life simple. Don't try to be a celebrity. Keep life simple. I remember when I was offshore and I was on a tugboat. It was 4 men on a boat. It was two deckhands, me and another dude, and it was two captains. Now the captains, they got $750 a day, but me and the other deckhand, we got 250 a day. But one of the captains, he was from Mississippi, Poplarville, Mississippi, and we used to go by his house. Now, you would think a guy that's making $750 a day, and we was doing 14 days straight and 7 days off. You would think he got a big old stupid house, right? But when we went to his house, he got about seven. He had 7 acres with a trailer on that motherfucker, and he used to make moonshine. Him and his wife used to make moonshine. Big motherfucker. I mix Timmy. Timmy was about 500 pounds. Timmy used to say, make me a piece and bring it up. Put a piece in the oven. And that's one thing about offshore, bro. You ain't got to worry about no food, bro. I think the budget for our 14 days was 3,500. It was 35. So we had $3,500 worth of food on that motherfucking boat for 7 days. And one of the captains, he didn't eat shit. All he did was smoke cigarettes and drink Dr. Pepper. So if you wanted to eat a steak every day, you could eat a steak every day. You heard me? It was so fire offshore. And like I said, the other captain, we go by his fucking house. And keep in mind, these guys make $750 a day. And you think they living in big, nice houses. But them boys living out in Mississippi, but they got land. They got land drinking moonshine, and they got a trail on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that was just something to think about. Everybody live different. Don't have all them bills. You don't need a big, stupid, fancy house, bro. Just stack your people up and live life. We used to go, look, on our little 7 days, bro, we go out there on Mississippi, bro, chill. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers got watermelon on the land, all that shit. Growing watermelon, cabbage, all that shit. Drinking moonshine. Dude, he was made out some fire moonshine, bro. Used to have some motherfucking apple pie moonshine. Boy, we used to drink that shit and have a blast. Two brand new tires. These two brand new. This one and now. Brand new tires. Oh, I stopped in when I stopped in and asked me if they don't want to lease it, I got me they gave me this jacket. It's a nice jacket, bro. I'm so glad I got it. It's a nice motherfucking jacket. 11 gallons. They wound up sucking there. But I'm done. Yep. AC's running, blowing cold as shit. Turned the heat on, so then your truck wasn't super cold. Yeah. I think when I turned the heat on is when it sunk. Man, I'm so glad y'all got me straight. I thought I was gonna be here for another week. Well, cars can't be quick. Yeah. That's the issue. But 11 gallons, 64 ounces. Thermostat. It's not on the radiator. It's in the motor. But thermostat. Thermostat kicked open and wound up taking 11. But, so a couple years ago we used to pick up our own parts. Where y'all get them from? Atlanta. So I would have got you in probably about 45 minutes sooner. I could have got it. I could have went and got it from Bill Rick. But they closed at 5. I got you in here at 4. But you got it from Forest Park. They're the one that stays open the longest. So if Bill Rick closes, I typically just go straight to Forest Park because then I don't have to worry about if our courier service that we use now, they like to decline. They'll get it, then they'll decline it, and that'll happen like 3 or 4 times in a row. Which I get why they want us to send somebody out to pick them, so then we can move on to other stuff while we're waiting for parts. Yeah. So he's running. I think do what? I tell you now, I've done. How many do you think I've done? 45, 50, if not more. These fucking radiators. So let me ask you something. How did how did the AC compressor come on? What it was screwed on? It was probably going out. Oh, it was going out. So they're attached. So typically, if they come off, it had a malfunction somewhere. Because I wondering, because see, I took it a couple weeks ago into a Freightliner for the 300,000 miles. You know, I thought maybe they must have Didn't screw it on. I don't know how I even.
Yeah, that doesn't come off.
Okay.
The bright liner went through. You can pull them off, but nobody's going to sit there and take the time
to pull it off. Yeah.
Typically, your 300,000 is just going to be going through, making sure oil's not burning, making sure your fuel pump's running good, stuff like that. Uh, they don't typically run coolant. They'll just make sure it gets the temp and doesn't go over. They don't typically run kind of like.
Yeah, let me ask you. Y'all can give me a couple extra coolant if y'all can put it on the ticket if we go like that.
Uh, Tell you now, they're already complaining about the price.
Oh.
I don't know if they're even going to approve this 11.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right. I'm good.
You're getting a half gallon.
Okay.
But it took another half after ran a minute, which you shouldn't need it.
Okay.
I ran a pressure test on it again, and it held for almost the entire time that the AC machine was pumping Freon back in. That was about 15 minutes. That was before I ever turned it. Take your signature, boss man. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Look at that. $4,000. $4,000. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I got it. All right. Thanks. All right. All right. Thanks. Hey, bro, Ryan,
Yep.
this this light should go off.
The check engine light. So it's not showing anything. Not showing anything here.
Okay.
So it's probably just because the coolant level was low.
No, all right.
So once it registers that it's not, you should be fine. If that low coolant light comes back on, you gonna be here for the night.
Yeah, I'm staying here for the night.
If it comes back on, let somebody know in the morning.
All right.
It could just be a stuck code, but typically once it registers, it'll go away.
All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate
Yes.
it. Yeah, so all good. I'm gonna let it run. Damn light could go off. Oh, I'm so glad I'm company. I ain't lease this damn truck because whoo, boy, I've been a hole for what it 4100 4100 motherfucking dollars. Man, I'm so thankful I'm not leasing this motherfucking truck. Cause I'll be shitting out the window. We're gonna stay here for the night. See how much time we got. Let me hear your war cry. Where you at? Ohio? Or you on? Or you work for? Yeah, I work for PNS. Yeah, Cam, I work for PNS, baby. Now I'm gonna let the truck run for a little bit. Hopefully that light could come on, cause I still got one engine light coming on. One engine light on. What's up, Rob? What's Yam, Rob? I got one engine light on right now, baby. Hold on. So I'm gonna let it run. Hopefully, it reprogram itself and it go off because I went to active. Oh, it said one active. Okay, now it's zero. It's back to zero. So nothing on. So it's saying zero. What's good, bro? Where you at? I'm in Georgia. I'm in Georgia right now. I was coming up to 20, and that's when all hell broke loose. The AC clutch, it broke off, and it broke the radiator, and then the radiator broke the cooling reservoir. So all that shit came up. And look, that's how I get this PNS. I stopped at PNS. They asked me did I want to lease the truck. Good thing I didn't lease the damn truck, cause y'all see the bill. All that came up to $4,106.02, 2 pennies. They discontinued pennies, but that's how much it was. Good thing I'm company, and I decided to stay company because I'd be in a hole for $4,100. So so thank God I'm company, and I'm a state company. That way, until I get my barbecue restaurant open, I'm gonna get everything for my barbecue restaurant. And y'all make sure when y'all in New Orleans, y'all come get some barbecue for me. I'm gonna have the best barbecue, baby. I'm gonna have the best barbecue in town. And my Michael Jordan gonna be my pineapple pepper salmon. That's gonna be my Michael Jordan. And also I got some other things that I ain't gonna tell y'all about right now. I'm gonna wait till I get that in the works. But for sure, nobody gonna, you know, nobody gonna be topping my pineapple pepper salmon. That's a special recipe. Now that's what I'm gonna leave on to my sons and my daughters and my grandkids. My pineapple pepper salmon when I start my barbecue business. You see what I'm saying? Dog, wait till y'all taste my barbecue. My pineapple pepper salmon. Dude, they gonna make you want to slap your motherfucking wife, dog. Dude, it's so good. My wife, my mother, all of them love it. My sisters, all of them love my pineapple salmon. You dig? I ran my little test period. Every time I do it, all of them come over. They all give it a 10 out of 10. My pineapple salmon. Yeah, Robert Hall. Yeah, brother. That gonna be my Michael Jordan, But everything good now. I'm just letting the truck run. Hopefully that light could come off, and then I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll in the morning to West Wego, Louisiana. But right now I'm not too far from what is called Lithium Springs, Spring Lithium, Georgia, right there by Lithium Lithium Spring, Georgia. Boy, it's a beautiful night, man. The weather's nice. It's about 48 degrees, about 43 degrees. The weather's nice. I had a load, like I said, over here at PNS, you get 27% company driver, but you get 70%. He said Lithium Springs by Six Flags. Yeah. Yes, sir. Off the I-20. Off the I-20. I was coming up 20 West shooting down there to West Weagle, and all hell broke loose, man. All but bunch of smoke and shit. But the way God, the God is so good, bro. I was 1 mile away, and I just passed the damn loves up when all that shit started smoking. Cause when I did my pre-trip this morning, my coolant was full. Man, I get here to the love, we popped the hood. That shit went everywhere. That shit was everywhere. I ain't had nothing left in there. All the coolant was gone, all over the motor, everything. The damn AC compressor broke off. They had to get it up out of the damn radio. I don't know how but the motherfucker was driving. It gave me 60 seconds before the truck shut off. So it gave me 60 seconds. It was saying engine protection, 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Yeah, I'm right at this love, baby. Yeah, man, God is. Dude, and I hate saying that because well, let me cut this damn truck off. Because and I shouldn't say that because I know, when people going through their situations and they might hear me saying God is good, and they looking at this situation, they be like, well, why God ain't good for in my situation? But the thing is, I always keep it in my hands, but sometimes God say, man, no, give me that, put it in my hand. Let me straighten you out. And I give y'all a prime example when I was with and I know y'all tired of me telling this story, but when I was with Warren and I was leasing that truck and I dropped the load off in Florida. And then I got some load options and I picked the best one, which was a shitty load coming out of Somerville, South Carolina. It was an oversized load. I had an RGN and I did here from Florida all the way up to North Carolina. And then I didn't even pick the load up. I just, I did the math. It was about 14. It was going to Houston, Texas. It was about 1,500 miles. Now, keep in mind, it's an oversized load. So you got to shut down. You got to start driving when the sun come up. And when the sun go down, you got to shut down. And it was a wheel loader. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a wheel loader coming out of Somerville, I believe, North Carolina, and the damn load was it was only paying $2,600, which there's nothing for about 1,500 miles on RGN for a load that was I think the load was like 47,000 pounds, a wheel loader. And I was just like, man, I'm throwing in a towel. I called my wife up and I say, I'm coming home. I'm gonna go back to the drawing boards. This ain't working out. So as I called Warren up and I say I'm done. I ain't gonna pick this load up. I'm gonna head back to New Orleans, take all my equipment off this truck because I paid for all my equipment. And keep in mind, them motherfuckers stole $1,500 out of my maintenance account. So that was already running through my mind. The motherfuckers stole $1,500 out of my maintenance account, try to blame it on the TA, but the TA down in Slidell, my uncle girlfriend was the manager. So she said they only took $200 because I was parked, because I had my truck parked there for 7 days. I was waiting on a part to come in from Houston, Texas, a part that I didn't need. So the owner operator who was listening to the my situation, he said, "Man, go take your truck on I-10 and go test it out." The fucking mechanics didn't know what they was talking about. Make a long story short, this how good God is. As I'm riding, I throw in a towel. As I'm riding back to New Orleans, uh, QC called me, right? And keep in mind, I put that application in 2 years. So they had that application on file for 2 years. So you don't so don't tell me God ain't good. When I threw in a towel and QC called me on my ride to New Orleans. QC called me on my ride to New Orleans, bro. Who the who keeps an application on file for 2 years? That ain't nothing but God, man. That was God saying, when I'm throwing in the towel, saying I'm going back home, and I called my wife up, saying I'm going to going back to the drawing boards. I'm gonna figure something out. And she like, cause she working now. She like, just come home, cause she working out. But when it was good and I was just working, I was the only one working. When it, you know what I'm saying? When everything was good, I was the only one working. I'm like, you stay home with my daughter. You stay home with my daughter. But she was like, I'm working. Come on, come back to the drawing boards. And QC called me and I put that application in 2 years prior. So most of these companies, after 3 months, dude, not even 3 months, you put an application in, you know, Robert, all you truck drivers know, when you put an application in, you get that email a week or two after saying, unfortunately, you weren't the candidate that we chose. So that's why I say God is good. And when you come out here, that's why I don't stress about nothing. The book is already written. It's already in the scripture. It's already written. So that's why when things go bad, don't get mad, don't get stressed out or nothing. You know, just have faith in God. And God, He never miss. God doesn't forget, big bro. Your steps will always be ordered. His plan will always be in effect before we even. Robert, I'm preaching to the choir, brother. I'm preaching to the choir. Oh man, I'm preaching to the choir, brother. God is, man, He's so good. But so that's why I say, and I always say that, and I always know somebody, usually somebody will come troll, because and when somebody trolling, they going through some things, and I try to explain to them. And y'all gotta understand that when people troll, that's only them acting out because life ain't going their way. But I'm the vessel of God, and I'm telling you, hey, bro, don't give up. Don't give up. Everything gonna work itself out. God is always gonna align things, and even through your trials and tribulations, everything will work out. God, when you throw in the towel, God right there. He coming to catch that towel and throw it right back to you. Boom. Say, keep going. Keep going. So I always tell that story because God is always right there. He's gonna catch you when you fall. And even when you fall 8 times, you get back up nine. You get back up nine. You get right back up, man. God is good, man. But everything good, bro. Like I said, when I was with Swift, all them other companies, if something like this would have went down, they want to take, you gotta take, I ain't had to take pictures of none of that shit. QC approved all, I'm not gonna say QC, PNS approved all that shit. Get everything you need for the truck. Came up to $4,100. You know what I'm saying? All the parts came within 2 hours. So I got a brand new But now it's be a good time to lease the truck. But I'm not going that route. I'm gonna stack what I need to do in order to get my. Hopefully, I have everything I need. I'm gonna try to get everything I need. Be by the summer or sometime during the summer, I should have everything that I need and try to run that until I get off the ground. I'm gonna run it until I get off the ground. I got my neighbor, he gonna help me out, and I got my cooks that gonna help me out, and they gonna be running the business Monday through Friday. And when I come home on a weekend, I'm gonna pick up the slack on a weekend until we could get it off the ground, and then I could turn in a truck. So that's the plan. So I always tell the young people to have a plan and action uh, of whatever you want to do and keep it up here. And even if you forget it up here, get you some sticky notes and put it on a windshield. Put it somewhere up here. Be like, gotta get my LLC, get my EIN number, get my permits, whatever I need, open my restaurant, open whatever business that you wanna do, whatever you wanna do. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one of my things is I think some things you just have to figure out as a man. I just help you, get your CDLs and everything else, but everything else, you figure that out as a man. They don't have videos for every goddamn thing. You got to figure some things out as a man. Now, in this day and age, everybody is a motivational speaker, but nobody can be a disciplined speaker. You got to have discipline when you come out here. You can't be out here blowing your money and soon you get paid, buying unnecessary shit. Stick to the strip. Stick to your plan. Whatever business that you want facilitate, stick with it and get your business. And it's a great thing, because a lot of times, like today, I delivered a load, and a lot of those guys had attitudes. I went to the warehouse in Latham Spring, right over there at I think it was MBC or something like that. But those guys were so miserable. And that's one of the good things about being a truck driver. It's the gateway to entrepreneurship, to working to yourself and getting financial freedom and not have to worry about nobody. Because a lot of them guys are dead inside, man. You don't want to get stuck at a warehouse. Now, it's pros and cons to everything, but the freedom I have, like even driving this truck, sometimes, especially if you start early in the morning, sometimes like when I'm leaving out, I start out 11 at night. If I'm trying to get somewhere, if I got a load that's going to North Carolina or something, I leave out early. But then about 1, 2 o'clock, I get sleepy. I pull over, take me a little 30-minute nap, sometime an hour nap. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna wake you up, tell you when to go deliver that load. A lot of times, if the load late is late. That's the freedom you have out here. You ain't gotta worry about working with motherfuckers that talking to you stupid. Man, I delivered a load when it was about 3 weeks ago, down in West Wego at a school, and the contractor was talking to this dude so fucking bad, bro, that I had to walk away because I was gonna tell him something. Because he was telling man, close the fucking forklifts. Just and that's one of those things as a truck driver, you ain't got to deal with all that bullshit, man. Motherfuckers, just because you work for a motherfucker, they think they could talk to you any kind of way. And as a man, I'm just one of those men. I hate when a motherfucking man kick another man while he's down. He already working for you, So even when I use that philosophy in life, bro, like treat everyone how you want to be treated. And I was, dude, that shit pissed me off. I wanted to tell that dude so bad. And I guess that guy who was working for him, he didn't really, you don't know what people going through in a situation. He know if he probably say something back to him, the guy might fire him. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, man, I'm just like so glad because as a man, dude, one thing about me, I ain't gonna bite my tongue. And I think nobody don't bite your tongue, bro. Don't bite your motherfucking tongue. As a man, I think that is our that's everything to a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, don't disrespect me or talk to me any kind of way. And you should have heard how you told him, man, Open the fucking Fox. And I'm like, I really wanted to tell him, like, dog, you really got to talk to that man like that? And then I had to walk away because you know how it is. I didn't want him to be, but y'all know what I'm saying. That was just some crazy shit, dude. I wanted to tell him, like, man, speak up for yourself. Tell that motherfucker, don't talk to him like that. But I don't know what situation he in. The man probably owed child support and he don't want to jeopardize his job and say something back. And the guy be like, man, you fucking fired. But that's why I say get your CDLs, stay focused, even if you got to get sticky notes, because your first year is gonna be especially the new drivers. You know how many guys I trained that quit because they was fussing with their girlfriend and stupid shit and they wasn't focused on their goals and what the fuck they wanted to do. They wanted to go run home, just like I was telling you about the motherfucking guy that was from Cuba, the young guy. He wanted to run back. He fussing in Spanish with his old lady, and his old lady say, "Put me on the phone." He say, my girlfriend want to talk to you." You know what she told me? She said, "Don't let him quit," and he ended up quitting. I can't make him. All I had to tell him was, "Hey, bro, your girlfriend said don't quit. You come too far. You learn English. You come here from Cuba. She's saying don't quit. She in school. You think that's going to impress her by you quitting his job?" He ended up still quitting. And a lot of people talk shit, and I get it. It's for content. People that talk shit about Swift. Swift, most companies, bro, they not going to get you a Greyhound once you quit training. Man, they got this man a whole Greyhound ticket, made sure, and they got him a goddamn ride. One of the terminal leaders bought him to the Greyhound out there in Dallas. You know the terminal Swift got in Dallas? I think but it's in the Dallas metropolitan area. I forgot what town that is, but yeah, Swift got him a Greyhound ticket, and the terminal leader of that damn terminal bought him to the Greyhound. And his girlfriend was saying, she was a young girl. She was about 21 years old. She was, she's, I think they both was Cuban, but she was saying, please don't let him quit, sir. And I'm like, I'm trying to do my best, but he ended up still quitting. I can't make a grown man not quit. But I used to tell them young people, remember your plan. What's your plan? What's your plan is to go home and what? Babysit your lady. This girl is that, she's determined. She's committed. She's in school. So that's just the number one thing is just having your motherfucking you see, I keep sticky notes today in my two. Yeah, bro. You gotta keep them sticky notes because as a driver, as you're driving, and in your first year, your mind gonna be wondering. You're gonna be driving, and so if you're not committed to your plan, and you got to be thinking about your plan all day because you're gonna be driving. A lot of them students be driving, and what be running through their mind is like, man, what the fuck I'm doing with my life out here driving a truck? But they not understanding their plan and not being committed to their plan and what they wrote down. And a lot of them don't even have a motherfucking plan. They just want to come drive trucks. But the thing is, you got to have a plan and action, and then you going to know your purpose of why you driving this motherfucking truck. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them just, you know, think they gonna just drive and drive. After a while, they get played out, but you gotta understand your plan because a lot of them go run back and go work for a motherfucking job and go work for somebody and end up just like them men at that warehouse walking around half dead because they don't want to fucking be there. But at least with this trucking, dude, it's freedom. It's fucking freedom, dog. I could do this. I might do some YouTube. You could do YouTube, whatever you want to do. You could do. You know how much, dude? I remember I trained this little chick. She was with YouTube. Matter of fact, with TikTok, she the reason when I was training with Swift, the little chick, and these chicks, the little chick showed me she made 1,300. No, what it was about 1,200 and like $50 off one TikTok video. And that little chick, well, she had to get off the truck because the little chick she was in here in her bra, and She was, like that chick had to go. She was a little young girl, and she came down off that ladder in her bra. And I was on the phone with my wife, and so she had to get off the truck, because she was I don't know what her plan was. I don't know what her plan was, but she was spooking me out. She was walking around this truck with no shirt on. But that little chick, she'll post little videos on TikTok and ain't saying a motherfucking thing. She'll dance by the Swift truck, post the motherfucker, and the motherfucker get millions of views. And see, that's the difference between men and women. The women, when they post videos, they make money. Like she making money, she was making money offline. She ain't had to fucking work. She was driving a truck. I guess she was gonna do it for content. But she ain't have to fucking work. But a man, when we post videos, we don't have that privilege. When we post videos, we gotta say something. I gotta be teaching something. I gotta be say something. Nobody won't look at my ugly motherfucking ass unless I'm really saying something coming out of my mouth, some motivational shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't get away with that. Big gorilla like me. But that's the thing, man. The moral of the story is just gotta have a plan, stick to your plan, and be committed and dedicated. And in this day and age, everybody's a motivational speaker, but nobody can teach you discipline. That's something you have to learn on your own. And so that's the message that I try to get through to these young people. And don't get me wrong, man, I had a lot of students I didn't, you know, they didn't want to do videos or be on YouTube, and I understand it, But one of the guys that I had trained out of Greenville, Mississippi, who had got on a truck, I had picked him up out of Greenville. I was coming through with a load, and I picked him up and I trained him. He called me for New Year's, wished me a happy New Year's, and I was surprised to hear from him because I ain't talked to him in a while, but I was so happy he had called me and he had great news. He got a whatchamacallit, he started a business. He got a laundromat. And I was just so proud. I was telling him how proud I am of him. You know what I'm saying? That motivated me so much. And that was the thing when I was training those students at Swift. Like that shit right there. Because I don't really need nothing out of life. My birthday coming up, and like I say, I don't need a motherfucking thing. God gonna bless me with everything. Long as y'all straight, I'm able to pay these bills so my daughter can have a roof over her head, have food in the ice box, and all. See, you gotta count your small wins. Count them small wins as where is that, baby? Counting them small wins and take care of your family. Because the older you get, you want to keep shit simple, bro. Life is so simple, man. And the older you get, you're going to realize that most of these people, and you live long enough, everybody's just going to start dying off, So all you're going to have is you and your plan and you taking care of your family. That's the most important thing. And finding you a good wife. That's the most valuable thing in life, is finding you a good wife. Finding you a good wife. That's it. That's the most that's the diamonds and the gold right there. Finding you a good motherfucking woman that is down with your plan, whatever your plan is. That's the most gangster shit in the world. Is finding your wife and telling you your plan, and she help facilitate that plan. That's the most. That's it. That's it, bro. And everything else will fall in place, man. Everything else will fall in place. Yeah, man. Shit, we out here. Out here. Let me see. I'm about to. They gave me some coolant. I got some coolant. I'm gonna put this little coolant up, but I should be straight. Everything came back straight on the truck. Got everything I need for the truck. Uh, I'm gonna get up early in the morning, deliver this load. He said a woman don't believe in my plan. Show the woman don't believe in my plan. Show I plan to show them. Nah, man. Listen, just be committed to your plan, and God gonna send you the right woman. God gonna send you the right woman. Just don't go out looking for women, because the way the devil gonna send bad bitches at you. and you want to turn them bad bitches away. See, you want a shotgun house that's a little raggedy on the outside, but on the inside, that motherfucker look like a motherfucking a palace. But the devil gonna send you a bad bitch that's built like a brick house, but ain't got no furniture upstairs. You can't fix that. But you could fix a shotgun house. They got a little wood full of, falling off on the side. But on the inside, that motherfucker got furniture made out of wool. That's what you want. You could get a hammer and nails and fix the outside up. If she a little fat, you could get her. You could take her jogging with you. But if she empty up there, ain't nothing you can do with that. You don't want to do nothing with that. But you want a motherfucker that got a little wood falling off the side, but on the inside of that shotgun motherfucker house, they got furniture made out of wool, velvet sofas, wood grand floors. But them bad bitches built like brick houses ain't got a motherfucking, they got an air mattress up here. But you want that shotgun house with wood falling off the side. But when you ain't going to that bedroom, they got fucking bedroom made out of motherfucking wood from out the Amazon, off the Amazon trees. Let me get my laptop. Hold on. Man, how y'all doing tonight, man? Y'all doing pretty good? Where y'all at? He said, don't be offended. It's true. He said, you can't get through one sentence without using foul language. My bad, my bad. He said, let the man preach. Yeah. uh, I got you. Yes, sir. Yeah, but the moral of the story, have a plan, man. Have a plan, have a plan, 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 plan. Plan, plan, plan. This is probably cops in somewhere else. Yeah, T. Yeah, T, bro. Just have your plan. You're gonna do it, bro. If you do it right, don't be like me. You know what I'm saying? I should have been had my barbecue, but I'm gonna get it. This yeah, but I just had a lot of other shit going on. But the thing is, just be committed to your plan, bro. You could do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those, billionaires, bro. They didn't really get off the ground till they was in their 40s. A lot of and like Warren Buffett, his philosophy is to get rich slow because everybody want to get rich fast. So he came up with a method to get rich slow, and nobody's never gonna. Most people want to get rich fast. You know what I'm saying? They don't want in his method of investing in stock and stuff like that. He do it, slow way or whatnot. But everybody got their philosophy. But the thing is, just be committed and get there, whatever it want to be. Even if you want to open up a motherfucking ice cream store, Just be committed, man. Hold on, I'm about to end the live, then I'm gonna open it right back up.